Well, I don't want to disappoint you because I do not know how to juggle. But I do have something really good in store for you, but I want to hear from you first. If you've been deeply inspired by at least one thing today, let me hear you. Yeah! Right? Me too. You know what's really inspiring for me also is this is a manifestation of one of my dreams. In fact, just a couple of years ago, I was sitting out in this audience at the very first TEDxCharlotte at the Night Theater, and I dreamed about being on this stage. So, for me, this is a really big moment. Y'all mind if I breathe this in? All right. So my name is Jonathan Winn. I am a wellness professional, and I help people to renew, to restore, and to rejuvenate. And we're going to do some of that together right now. How's that sound? Sound good? All right. Now, the way we're going to do this is by using a tool, by using and applying a resource that's available to us anytime, any place, 24/7. It's through the power of your own breath. Did you know that a healthy, fit adult can go without food for up to 73 days? Isn't that incredible? But without breathing, you're limited to just 3 minutes. This is something I actually know about firsthand, and I'm going to tell you about that a little later. All right, we're going to jump in. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a deep breath in through our nose and let it out through our mouths. We're all going to do it together. Everybody's going to be involved. It's going to sound like this. That's it. We're going to do it 3 times. Do you notice that you can hear my inhale and you can hear my exhale? So I want you to inspire your neighbor by the sound of your own breath. All right. Here we go. Jump in. Here we go. We're going to breathe together. Doesn't it feel awesome to just take a couple of deep breaths, right? So let's dig in a little deeper. For this one, I'm going to ask every single person to be seated for it. So if you're standing and can sit, please do so. If you have to stand, just observe on this one. We're going to dig in. Everybody to the edge of your seats. Sit upright. We're going to do the same technique, okay? In through the nose, out through the mouth, but now we're going to do it a total of 9 times. There's going to be a big difference. When we're at the top of our 9th inhale, I want you to hold your breath for as long as you can. And at that moment that you can no longer hold your breath, just allow your breath to just fall out of your body as if it was a feather. Okay? I'm going to get us started by breathing with you, and then I'm going to count you up to 9. Ready? All right, here we go. Good. Keep going. 5. Here we go. Come on. 6. Good. 7. Come on. We're going to 9. 8. Here we go. And your 9th inhale, hold it. And really feel that expansiveness in your body. You might feel some sensations in your body. Some energy flow. Little lightheadedness. That's why I have you sitting down. Remember, when you get to the end of your breath where you can no longer hold it, just allow it to fall out of your body as if it was a feather. What's happening when we breathe in this way? We are decreasing the heart rate. We are increasing blood flow. We are increasing the flow of chi, prana, the lymphatic system. It is deeply healing to your body. How'd that feel? Any sensations? Good? Felt good? Anyone want to say anything about how it felt? What about you? Lightheaded, yeah, absolutely. That's the breath doing its incredible, powerful work. All right, y'all can relax, sit back. So I want to tell you a quick story about why this is so incredibly important to me. Why I've actually dedicated my life to learning about the breath, to studying about the breath and teaching about the power of the breath. And for me, it began the moment I was born. You see, I was actually born over 1 month late. And my mom did not have a C-section. Ladies, you know what that means, right? Big boy. So obviously it was a complicated birth. I was nearly 11 pounds at delivery. And so they gave my mom one epidural to help with the birthing process, but it didn't work. And so they actually gave her a second epidural, but that one didn't work. So they gave her a third, and a fourth, and a fifth, and a sixth, and a seventh, and an eighth, and a total of 9 epidurals. My mom said that after they gave her that 9th one, just the tips of her toes were numb. So she believes that they didn't work on her because they were going right to me. I was actually delivered. I was handed off to the nurse, who began to try to get me to take my first breath, but I would not breathe. They continued to work on me, but it became an emergency situation. They cleared the room. My father had to, wait in the waiting area. And they finally said that there's no more hope for this baby. One of the nurses in the room that day actually was a family friend. And she went to go tell my dad that there's nothing else the medical staff could do. But my dad, being a religious man, he said that he got on his knees at that moment and he prayed for life to be breathed into me. He prayed for his son to be given the breath of life. And at the end of his prayer, he could hear me crying down the hall. I had just taken my first breath. One deep breath is the difference between me being here with you today or not. One deep breath saved my life. And in the right moment, it just might save yours. Just one deep breath.